Imagine walking through your life with invisible chains. Right now, millions of people are doing exactly that. They are mentally imprisoned by relationships that ended years ago. They are traumatized by failures from decades back. They are paralyzed by fears that might never happen. We have become collectors of pain and hoarders of resentment. We have become prisoners of our own minds. But the key to true freedom isn't about gaining more control. It is about learning the art of letting go. This is not just about positive thinking. It is not about pretending everything is fine. Real letting go is a psychological skill. It is a tool that can be learned and mastered. It is the difference between moving forward and staying stuck in emotional quicksand. Mentally resilient people do not carry yesterday's problems into today. They do not let past failures sabotage future possibilities. Holding on to what hurts you doesn't protect you. It poisons you. Welcome to Elite Summaries. If you are looking to reclaim your mental clarity and emotional freedom, you are in the right place. We break down the world's most powerful ideas to help you evolve. If you find this content valuable, consider subscribing. Join our community of lifelong learners as we dive into the architecture of emotional freedom. Most people live in a mental prison they built themselves. Every day, they wake up with the same emotional baggage. Old arguments replay like broken records. Past betrayals still sting with fresh pain. These people are emotional hoarders. They store pain in the deepest corners of their consciousness. But the truth is simple. The thing you are holding onto is actually holding you back. That grudge is not a shield. It is a weight that prevents your future happiness. That failure you replay is not a lesson anymore. It is just teaching you to be afraid. When you hold on to negative emotions, your brain changes. It literally rewires itself around that pain. Humans have a negativity bias. We are wired to remember bad experiences more than good ones. This helped our ancestors survive predators, but today it keeps us trapped in loops of misery. Your brain cannot tell the difference between a memory and reality. When you replay an argument from 5 years ago, your body reacts. Your heart rate increases. Your stress hormones spike. Your nervous system thinks you are under attack right now. You are not just remembering the past, you are reliving it. Your mind convinces you that anger is strength. It tells you that suspicion is wisdom. But this is not protection, it is paralysis. You are building walls that keep life out, not danger. Real strength is knowing what to release. Forgiveness is not about the other person, it is about freeing yourself. Letting go is a choice. It is choosing not to let the past control your present. To change, you must understand how your brain forms attachments. Your brain bonds with ideas, identities, and even pain. Once these bonds form, your mind fights to keep them. This is a survival mechanism. Your brain craves predictability. Even a familiar pain feels safer than an unknown joy. This is why people stay in miserable situations. The known hurt feels safer than the unknown possibility. Every time you think the same thoughts, you strengthen a neural highway. Changing your life means building a new road. Your nervous system might see this change as a threat. It might trigger a fight or flight response. Letting go is not a lack of willpower. It is a neurobiological challenge. The cost of carrying this baggage is devastating. It affects your health, your career, and your joy. Chronic resentment creates prolonged stress. This stress wreaks havoc on your physical body. It is linked to heart disease and chronic pain. Imagine your stress response is a fire alarm. It should go off during danger and then stop. But emotional baggage keeps the alarm ringing forever. Your body stays on high alert. This chronic stress literally ages you faster. It also destroys your relationships. You project past hurts onto new people. You become hyper-vigilant. You scan every situation for signs of betrayal. You build walls that guarantee loneliness. You can't relax because you are waiting for things to go wrong. This baggage hijacks your decisions. You choose the safe path because you fear old pain. You turn down opportunities because they remind you of past failures. You lose the ability to feel joy. Even when good things happen, you wait for the other shoe to drop. You become stuck in an old version of yourself. But this wait is not permanent. It is just programming, and programming can be changed. Traditional positive thinking often fails because it ignores biology. Memories are stored in multiple parts of the brain. The hippocampus holds the facts. The amygdala holds the emotion. The body holds the physical sensation. Traumatic memories stay frozen in their original form. This is why a 20-year-old event can feel like it happened today. These memories are like undigested emotional food. But your brain is neuroplastic. It can rewire itself at any age. When you recall a memory in a calm state, you can modify it. This is called memory reconsolidation. You can change how a memory is stored. Your vagus nerve is the key to this process. It controls your rest and digest response. When this nerve works well, you feel safe. When it is impaired by stress, everything feels like a threat. You can improve this through breathing and meditation. You cannot release what you cannot safely feel. You must regulate your nervous system first. The foundation of freedom is radical self-honesty. You must acknowledge why you are holding on. Often there is a hidden benefit to your pain. Maybe anger makes you feel powerful. Maybe being a victim gets you sympathy. These are survival strategies. Once you admit this, you can choose healthier ways to meet your needs. You must also develop witness consciousness. This is the ability to watch your thoughts without being them. You are not your anger. You are the observer of the anger. This is like watching a storm from a safe porch. You can feel the emotion without being overwhelmed by it. There is a difference between processing and rumination. Processing means feeling the emotion and learning from it. Rumination is just replaying the pain without moving. To heal, you must be willing to feel the pain fully. You must also rewrite your identity story. Many people define themselves by what happened to them. They see themselves as the one who was rejected. This identity is a prison. You don't have to deny the past, but you can choose which parts define you. You can be someone who learned resilience instead of someone who was hurt. This is post-traumatic growth. Your challenges have given you unique strengths. You must replace old patterns with new ones. Act from your new identity. Every time you respond differently to a trigger, you win. You are proving to your brain that change is safe. There are myths that keep us stuck. People say time heals all wounds. This is a lie. Time is neutral. What you do with that time is what matters. If you ruminate for years, time makes the wound worse. Real healing requires intentional work. Another myth is that you must forgive to move on. Forgiveness is a result of healing, not a requirement. Trying to force it is just emotional avoidance. Real forgiveness happens naturally when you no longer need protection from the past. Do not fall for toxic positivity. You cannot just cover pain with a smile. You must go through the emotion, not around it. Also, do not believe that strong people heal alone. Our nervous systems are designed for connection. Seeking support is a sign of wisdom, not weakness. Letting go does not mean forgetting. Your lessons and growth remain. The memory simply loses its painful charge. You can remember the event without being re-traumatized. Letting go is not giving up. Giving up is passive. Letting go is an active reclamation of power. You are choosing to put your energy into the future. You are refusing to let someone else's actions control your life. This is the ultimate act of strength. Remember, letting go is about you. Forgiveness is about the other person. You can let go of someone's impact without ever forgiving them. Your freedom does not depend on their apology. It does not depend on them changing. It is entirely within your control. Use practical tools for release. Somatic experiencing helps discharge stored energy in the body. Notice where you feel tension. Observe it with curiosity. Let your body move or shake if it needs to. This is your body healing itself. Use cognitive restructuring to challenge your beliefs. Ask yourself if your thoughts are actually true. Is it true that people always let you down? Or is that just a shield? Breathwork is your fastest tool. Slow, deep breathing activates safety in the brain. Try breathing in for 5 seconds and out for 5 seconds. Do this for 10 minutes. It creates a state of internal balance. Different types of baggage need different tools. Betrayal baggage requires differentiated trust. Don't trust everyone, but don't suspect everyone either. Calibrate your trust based on evidence. Failure baggage requires a growth mindset. See failure as feedback, not a final judgment on your worth. Childhood trauma requires reparenting. Give yourself the safety and love you didn't get as a child. Be the protector your younger self needed. Grief requires feeling all emotions, including anger and guilt. Don't rush the process. Shame is the most paralyzing. It says, I am bad. Heal this through self-compassion. Share your story with someone you trust. Shame dies when it is met with empathy. Make letting go a daily practice. Regulate your nervous system every morning. Use movement, nature, or breathing. Check your emotional inventory once a week. Ask what you are trying to control that is actually outside your control. Create rituals for life changes. Write letters to your past self. Symbolize what you are leaving behind. Surround yourself with people who support your growth. Avoid those who benefit from your old patterns. The deepest level is releasing identity attachments. Most people are attached to their roles or stories. I am the one who struggles. I am the one who fails. Your nervous system fights to keep these stories true. It would rather be right about being miserable than be happy and wrong. But your identity is fluid. You are not the same person you were 5 years ago. You have access to many different versions of yourself. Distinguish between your conditioned personality and your essential self. Your essential self is the awareness that never changes. It is untouched by your mistakes or your past. In relationships, learn the difference between love and attachment. Love is liberating. Attachment is possessive and clinging. Love wants the best for the other person. Attachment wants the other person to make you feel secure. Real love is peaceful. It supports growth, even if that growth changes the relationship. Practice differentiation. Stay emotionally stable even when your partner is not. Don't make yourself responsible for their moods. Release the fantasy that a partner will complete you. You are already whole. A partner should enhance your life, not be your only source of worth. Accept the person in front of you, not their potential. Acceptance creates the space for real change. Finally, let go of the illusion of control. You cannot control outcomes, other people, or the economy. You can only control your responses and your attention. This shift is incredibly liberating. Stop trying to prevent every problem. Instead, build the resilience to handle whatever comes. Develop a tolerance for uncertainty. Uncertainty is not danger. It is just uncomfortable. Learn to flow with life's natural timing. Trust the process. Even setbacks are often necessary preparation for the future. When you stop fighting reality, you find a state of flow. Your actions become effortless. This journey often leads to a spiritual realization. You are part of something much larger than your individual story. As you release your attachments, you find a deeper peace. You realize that everything is temporary. Your thoughts, your body, and your possessions are all flowing. Grasping them is like trying to hold water in your fist. When you stop fighting, you start living. This is not a destination. It is a choice you make with every breath. Your new life does not require new circumstances. It only requires a new relationship with the circumstances you already have. Choose freedom. Choose presence. Your new life begins right now.